pleased to know my grumpy days are behind me. It's all happy times ahead. I've had the most amazing day. Spent the morning in the recording studio doing some filming with my son's new band. They even let me have a little go on the drums, which was excellent fun. But more importantly, my bike is quiet, smooth, scrumptious and running on my hump wheels again. What's even better, I just stumbled across a road right near my house that I've never ridden down before. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've not seen a single car. I've seen 2 horses just a moment ago. It's nice and flat, nice and windy. Hang on, I've got a tight bend here. And I've just come to an end. Oh well, it's nice while it lasted. So it turns out there's actually a very good reason for my upturn in attitude, especially towards cycling, and it's because the little hunch I had the other day was absolutely spot on. Nothing wrong with my bottom bracket, especially after I greased and cleaned it to within an inch of its life, all for nothing it turns out. The problem was all the hub on the back of my Hunt 38 carbon wheels. So I went on a little spin yesterday, having put some the bog standard Shimano RS10s, I think they're called, whatever it was that came with the bike when I bought it. Popped those back on, went for a little ride. It was absolute bliss. Not a noise, not a creak, just gorgeous. And that ride wasn't even ruined by the fact that I dropped this camera that I'm holding now at about 25-30 miles an hour and broke the gimbal. So the gimbal is not working properly on this. I mean, it sort of intermittently does alright. So I've been really down on this little DJI recently, so I will give credit where it's due. It took a proper pounding. I mean, I'll show you a picture now of what it looks like and what it does when I turn it on at first and the gimbal troubles. But turn it on and off a couple of times and it seems to sort itself out reasonably well. Anyway, this video is about how happy I am to be out cycling in the sun. Spring has definitely sprung and my bike is scrumptious. I should have vlogged the procedure for fixing the rear hub or the Freewheel. Let me just spin the camera around so I can show you what I'm talking about. So as you'll see, I've still got the little bungee cord or hairband holding on my SRAM battery. But basically, even with all the grit and rubbish that's built up on the chain from the last couple of rides, I mean, look, it's pretty filthy. I don't know if that's coming across. But even with that, it's riding beautifully. So basically, I had to take the cassette off. With 2 5mm Allen keys and a 10mm Allen key, undo the 2 retaining bolts and then the main bolt holding the Freewheel in place, slide it off, and this is what it looked like when I took it off. As you can see, absolutely rock solid with a build-up of dirty grease, grit and grime and all sorts of horribleness. But basically that's a culmination of a few rides in absolutely torrential weather. Let's just flip that back around again. Yeah, a few rides in horrendous weather, not least of all, obviously, up Mont Ventoux in Arctic conditions. We're at the top. Woo! Oh, I got full-on cramp, man. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that in previous videos, that I rode up Mont Ventoux a couple of times. Once in -3, -4 degrees, whatever it was.
I want to know what it's really like at the top of Mont Ventoux. There we go. Yeah, there's it in one picture.
Anyway, so it seems excessive. I'm going to write to Hunt just to see if that is a problem, because it seems like the weather guarding isn't sufficient, given that I've hardly ridden this bike outside. I've had the wheels just over a year, hardly ridden it outside. Yes, there have been some really horrendous, rainy, muddy sessions, but the fact that the dirt and grit and water can get in that much and cause that much of a problem is a little bit worrying. So I will ask Hunt to just to confirm that that is the norm, and it will just have to be built into my sort of maintenance schedule, that I maybe strip it down and clean them every few months, or certainly if I've had some really bad weather rides. What it basically is as you'll see from that picture, there are 4 little pins, and they're supposed to spring out, and basically that's what's that catches onto some cogs on the inside, which enables the chain to move the wheel round. They were sticking, locking either on or either in the open or the closed position, it seems, causing a lot of noise and some sort of grinding and a little bit of slipping. Basically, I just had to really clean them off. They're not perfect. They still don't look fantastic after having cleaned them, but they seem to be working an absolute treat. The little things are flapping in and out, springing in and out perfectly. So even the eTap, the gears now feel better than I think they've ever done, if I'm honest. It feels absolutely brilliant. So thumbs up for the gold chain, as I mentioned in my previous video. The squirt lube, absolutely beautiful. And now eTap, based on the last couple of rides. I mean, my Hunt wheels, as I mentioned in another video, were my absolute favourite purchase on this bike, my favourite addition. I just adore them. And I wouldn't say this is a massive problem now that I know about it. It's not a huge job to just strip it out, clean it up, put it back in again. But it is a bit concerning that they got that dirty in what is a relatively short period of time. So, like I say, I'll try and clarify with Hunt if that's normal. If it's not, maybe if they've got an updated version of the same Freewheel, they'll send it to me, but I'll keep you updated on that. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy this. I mean, look, it's just beautiful. I mean, there is not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely gorgeous. End of March in the UK, Sunday at 20 to 6 in the evening. There we go. I've fallen back in love with cycling again, as I mentioned in my Facebook post yesterday. And this is exactly why. And just, oh my God, if ever there was a sign, the most beautiful little rabbits just hopped past me, just up there on the field, and I didn't turn the camera around in time. And that's particularly special for me today, because only 2 days ago, my son's evil cat brought a baby rabbit into the house. And it was the saddest thing, because it was alive. There was no visible damage to him whatsoever. But as I went to try and rescue him, to take him out, his means of escape was only his front legs. He was basically dragging his back legs along, and it was just heart-wrenching. I've become a bit of a softie, particularly with animals in my old age, and that was really, really painful. So it's quite nice to see a cute little rabbit bouncing across the field. God, I'm boring. This one, by the way, is particularly for you, Noel McGrath, who wanted me to vlog taking my wheel apart, which would have been a much more useful and sensible thing to vlog, and I didn't. But so I did promise I'd film this little test ride. So this is for you, buddy. Right, on my way home. I'm going to finish off what has been close to the perfect ride with a little climb up one of my other testing grounds, Alpe d'Huez. I'm not expecting any kind of records, but it's always a good test of the legs. There we go, swinging into it now, so I'm going to have to put the camera down. Catch you next time.